Would you like to learn what cryptocurrency altcoins have the potential to 100 to 1000x your money in the next bull market? Turn $1,000 into 100,000, if not $1 million. I am going to be ranking the following cryptocurrencies for their multiplier potential from 5x to 1000x in the next bull run, which I believe is going to be the most violent and the last opportunity to create generational wealth. My name is Suppoman, your superhero of 100 to 1000x altcoins. I have been operating in this space for 6 years and have found some of the great and the good cryptocurrencies that have made the best multipliers for retail investors. If you love content like this, make sure you smash a like on this video. Just literally tap the like and it will animate in front of you, and it helps me see that you love content like this. And subscribe if you want the best alpha on what will make multipliers in the next bull market. As usual, nothing I say is to be construed as financial advice. Crypto is largely unregulated and high risk, and people who invest should be prepared to lose all their money. And everything I say to you in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. So I'm just going to go straight into the action. Sui is a new fast transaction layer 1 blockchain that utilizes the Move programming language, the most dynamic and most user-friendly for developers. Hence, this could experience dramatic adoption in the next bull run, because in the next bull run, it's going to be the first hype cycle. And the first hype cycle for a cryptocurrency is always the best cycle for it. The volume is within the top 50, and this has been out now for about 6 months, and it's still getting incredible volume. So in my personal opinion, from its current price of 36 cents, I think that Sui is more likely to be a 50x. Games for a Living is a new games development company that's about to go into its first hype cycle in the next bull market. Now, Games for a Living is a competitor to Gala Games. Gala Games is presently 316 million, having come down 98% from its all-time high. So that shows you that Games for a Living, at a much smaller market cap, has got great potential down the line. So my personal opinion is that Games for a Living will do a 50x from here. XRP is a layer 1 blockchain that is rumored to be bank friendly, ISO 20022 compliant, and it's got one of the biggest cult followings in cryptocurrency. It is not much of a mover. It had a fantastic bull run in 2017 and has never been able to move since then. In the last bull run, it went to $1.58, and that was from a low of 20 cents. That was basically a 6x from bottom to top. So to me, I think XRP, even though it's got partnerships, even though it's got a massive following, I don't like it. It doesn't move very well, and I personally don't even want to see it succeed. Phantom is a layer 1 DAG. That is an alternative to blockchain. DAGs are very lightweight. They process transactions in the moment, and Phantom was one of the first to introduce staking within a DAG ecosystem. It managed to get to $3.20 in its last bull run, which from its present price point would be a 20x. Now, cryptocurrencies tend not to do as well in their second cycle as they do in their first cycle. So I would say that Phantom is a pretty safe 20x from here. Should it go down another half, which could happen in this recessionary low, then I expect it to be a 50x. But for now, I will say 20. Shiba Inu, the most successful crypto asset of all time. It did well over a million x in the last bull run. Dog coins are no longer the best flavor in meme coins. Now it's generic memes like Pepe, like Wojak. Memes that actually exist on the internet that don't have to be dog related. Now I do think that Doge is going to have a good narrative in the next bull market simply because of its ties to X and Elon Musk. And Shiba Inu could go up nicely as a result, but I think that Shiba's money-making opportunities are slightly behind it. So I will say that Shiba, from its present point, can at least do a 20x. I do think it's got 50x potential, but I'm going to say it's a safe 20x. GMX is a decentralized derivatives platform that runs on Arbitrum. This is going to go into its next bull market as its first hype cycle. So I expect that it will have its best gains in the next bull market. is presently $34. BNB was able to get to near 100 billion as an exchange in the last bull market. I believe that GMX is the future of decentralized exchange products. As a result of that, I believe that GMX could do a 50x in the next bull run, but I'm going to put it in the 20x category at its current price because I don't think that it's come down a lot in this bear market compared to some others. Vela. Vela is also a decentralized exchange that's run on Arbitrum. Now, unlike GMX, this one is a mere $5.6 million in market cap. And that is because this doesn't have the institutional investment that GMX has. GMX is groomed for success. Vela is a degen play compared to GMX. In my opinion, if GMX is able to run to 20 to 50x, Vela has got a degen chance of being a 100x. Because to go to 100x, that would merely be 500 million. Now, the difference between Vela and GMX is derivatives. Vela is more looking at spot, so being a decentralized spot exchange on Arbitrum that enables you to have limit orders and very, very low fees. So this could be a great hedge against GMX because both of them could actually battle it out. So to me, Vela, I think, is a very high risk cryptocurrency. This one could go to zero. Literally a few months ago, Vela Exchange was nearly over $4. And now it has gone down 10x. So that's showing you it's very high risk. It's very easy to be dumped. So in my opinion, it could be 100x or it could be a zero. It literally is as simple as that. Jasmy. I don't understand the hype around Jasmy. Jasmy is an Internet of Things based cryptocurrency that apparently has founders that came from senior management at Sony. This is available on the big exchanges, Coinbase and Binance. So it's not going to suffer from any liquidity issues. And you can see that its volume is very high because of where it's traded. And in a bull market, this could do insanely well. But the narrative it belongs to, Internet of Things, I don't believe in, I don't think is very bullish. So to me, I'm going to put Jasmy in about 20x. Polygon, one of the darlings of the last bull market. I was the earliest investor in Polygon at a quarter of a cent. It ran up to nearly $3, which was 1,000x for me. The money-making opportunity with Polygon has been made. I don't think that there's going to be dramatic increases to its price simply because the competition has increased in layer 2s. And now you've got Arbitrum and Optimism that are actually outperforming it in volume. So I would say that Polygon, from its current price at 50 cents, I think it's got 20x potential. Polkadot is a layer 0 cryptocurrency. That means that it connects to layer 1s, it powers layer 1s with consensus and security. So anybody can essentially build a layer 1 on Polkadot that is multi-chain. And that is what Moonbeam is, a Star and a Kala. It enables cross-chain interoperability. And that technology is enabled by Polkadot. Now, that makes it actually a very unique product in cryptocurrency. Polkadot is actually near its all-time lowest ever, which is around about $2.80. It's literally $1 from its all-time low. Now, in my opinion, in the last bull market, it played its cards all wrong. Its sister product, Kusama, played their cards perfectly. They launched crowd loans at the height of the last bull market, going up to near $600, being at $1. So essentially it had the same starting point as Polkadot, but it just played its cards better. Polkadot didn't start doing its crowd loans until the start of the bear market in January 2022. So basically it lost all that potential to make incredible gains. Therefore, to me, Polkadot's best cycle could be in the next cycle because they were just not strategic last time. And they're going to be upgrading to Polkadot 2.0. So to me, Polkadot has got 50x potential. 50x would basically make it around about $160 for Polkadot, particularly because it could be included in ETFs. Decentraland is a metaverse coin. It's the Bitcoin of metaverses. So as a result of that, I do personally think, because Decentraland got to $5 in the last bull market, which would make it a 20x from where it is right now. Now, its major gains was made here because it was like 4 cents all the way up to over $4. So that was 100x back then. And I don't think it's going to be doing that next time. But I do think that metaverse, virtual reality, augmented reality, particularly in conjunction with AI technology, could actually be due for an upgrade compared to the last bull market. So I expect that metaverse coins will actually be better next time. So I would say that Decentraland should go in between 20 and 50. I am going to say at its current price, I would probably put it at 20. Veracity is a decentralized social media token. What they aim to do is reduce ad fraud with a product called Vera Views, and they are an esports play. Now, in my personal opinion, Veracity, even though it had an explosive last bull run, going from 304 all the way up to 107, therefore making it a 200x just from that point in 2020, I think that Veracity, although it may not have the same level of multiplier it had in the last bull market, I think that this has still got incredible gains to go. The volume is still doing way better than the market cap, so that is showing you there is demand for this. Degens love it, institutional investors love it, and Veracity is not even available yet on Binance or Coinbase. And Binance have actually got Veracity in one of their wallets, yet they haven't listed it. So this could be an impending listing. So to me, Veracity is, I think, a 50x at least, and it could go 100x if it goes down a bit lower. Hedera is a fast transaction layer 1 DAG, and it's got in its governance council massive multinational organizations such as Google, Boeing, bunch of telecoms and utility companies. So this is poised for institutional adoption. Also, it's ISO 20022 approved, which means that this could be utilized by banks and or CBDC issuers. So to me, I think Hedera has got its best gains ahead of it. To get to its all-time high would be a 10x. I think that Hedera is going to go down lower and actually peak higher in the next bull market because there's a way bigger community for Hedera than there was in the last bull market. So to me, Hedera is a 50x potential. Illuvium is a AAA third-person massive multiplayer online game. And I believe this could be one of the big games in cryptocurrency. This ran up to near $3,000. This has got explosive potential again. The Illuvium has definitely got 20x potential and potentially 50x potential because gaming is a mega narrative and Illuvium is likely to be one that all the crypto gaming YouTubers will cover, like Elio Trades and Alex Becker. Artificial liquid intelligence is, in my opinion, a more modern AI play. So you've got Fetch AI and Singularity. They are both old cryptocurrencies that existed way before the newer technologies in AI existed, such as AI chatbots, AI generated art, AI voice recognition, AI chat GPT. Artificial liquid intelligence is more of a pure and more up-to-date AI play than any of the older cryptocurrencies. It's about to go into its next bull market as its first hype cycle. Artificial liquid intelligence could go into the 50x category, potentially 100x. Cadena is a fast transaction proof of work cryptocurrency, so it goes against the grain. Basically, beforehand, proof of works were slow, i.e. Bitcoin and Ethereum, and proof of stake blockchains were faster, i.e. Solana, Cardano, etc. Now, Cadena bucked the trend. The first proof of work, layer 1, that was purported to do 400,000 transactions per second, which is faster than any proof of stake layer 1, actually. Now, Cadena has since taken a backseat to Casper, because Cadena is older. Cadena was around in the last bull market. It went from 38 cents to $30. So it did a near 100x. This year, Casper is doing better. But this is still a proof of work, which means it's outside of SEC jurisdiction. The SEC is still investigating proof of stake cryptocurrencies such as Solana, Cardano, Algorand. Whereas Cadena is outside of that jurisdiction. I think this could be a 50x. Solana, arguably the fastest layer 1 that exists today. Solana was involved in FTX drama, hence its massive fall from grace from $260 going down to $8. This has 3x'd since then. And I personally think that Solana isn't going to have anywhere near the multipliers it had in the last bull market. I do think it's going to stay around. It's got great adoption. People do use it as a utilized blockchain. So from its present price of $20, I would say optimistically from its current price, 20x from here. Magic. This is a competitor to Gala Games. It's a games development company that is built on Arbitrum, so it's faster, cheaper to transact on these games than it is for Gala. They have a series of titles. If one goes wrong, it's got 20 to 30 other titles that can still do well. Now, Magic's going to be going into its next bull market as its first hype cycle. Gala's first hype cycle was the last bull market, so I think that this could be Magic's turn. So, in my opinion, Magic should do a 50x. Pepe coin, the best performer in this bear market. Pepe actually achieved a 1 million X in a bear market. And 7 months on, this is still a trending cryptocurrency. This is the new meme coin people love. People have kind of abandoned Shiba Inu for Pepe because Pepe has not gone into its first bull market. So imagine what could happen in the next bull market. So Pepe is at $246 million. If Pepe was just to get up to where Shiba Inu is right now, that would be a 14x. But Shiba Inu is down 90%. It had a market cap of about 80 billion. That means that Pepe has got 14 times 20 as a potential multiplier. And that means a 280x. I don't think Pepe's going to make a 280x, but I do think Pepe is going to do a 50x in the next bull market. Injective protocol is literally the chain link of the last bear market. In the last bear market, every coin went down, but Chainlink was going up. And that's the same with Injective. While every crypto has been going down since its December lows last year, Injective has only gone up from $1.35 to $8. Injective is a layer 1 DeFi cryptocurrency that was built out of Cosmos. So essentially, this is DeFi with cheap transactions, fast throughput, and multi-chain potential. It's a strong DeFi play, and if a DeFi narrative comes in, Injective is one of the ones that can be trusted. So I would say Injective was a potentially safe 20x with the potential to 50x. Metis is a layer 2 optimistic roll-up cryptocurrency. So essentially it's the same kind of cryptocurrency as Optimism and Arbitrum. The difference being Optimism and Arbitrum definitely have way more volume, more value locked, more hype, more institutional VC attention. Whereas Metis is outside of that institutional investment. It's kind of like a degen play within a strong niche or narrative in crypto. Now, why people like Metis is because Vitalik's mum is actually the research and development director of Metis. People believe because there is a link between Vitalik, the founder of Ethereum, and Metis DAO, that this could have massive pumpermentals. In my opinion, I do actually think Metis could do well because in the last year, it has done a 3x. It went from $16 to $42. So I think that Metis has got potential, but I will say 20x potential. That means it could go up to $200 in the next bull market. Near Protocol is a fast transaction. Layer 1 has had 2,000% growth in user base in this bear market, and it's one of the most VC invested cryptocurrencies. Now, Near Protocol is a sharded blockchain. That means it localizes a vast batch of transactions into these shards, so it manages to get 100,000 transactions per second, which makes it actually faster than Solana. And I believe this is a Solana competitor. Solana got to 80 billion in the last bull market. I think that this has got, particularly with institutional adoption coming in this market, I think this is 50x, potentially 100x. Internet Computer is looking to be a holistic solution for developers, i.e. it provides blockchain, storage, create everything on-chain and not have to use external services like Amazon Web Services. So Internet Computer provides that full infrastructure for a large-scale dApp to create like a YouTube or create a Facebook. This was once upon a time over $500 and now it's $3. So it's essentially come down 200x. So people think, oh, it could go up to that again or even better next time. Now, I personally believe it just had a supreme number of factors that took it to this all-time high. It got pumped by some massive VCs or insiders, and then they were able to cash out a ginormous profit. It's not in a sexy narrative, first of all. It's kind of looked at as storage rather than it is a layer 1. So in my personal opinion, I would say the internet computer is a 20x, potentially 50x if it goes down to around about $1.50. But I would say 20x from here. Moonriver is just like Moonbeam. It's a multi-chain protocol. You develop for Moonriver and you're able to port it to all these other blockchains and be able to receive assets from all these other blockchains. So the technology is similar to Quant, the same as Moonriver, but it's just on a less popular ecosystem, which is Kusama. Although Kusama had a fantastic bull run last time, I think it just played its cards at the right time. And Polkadot was too slow. Next bull market, I think, is going to be the inverse. I think that Kusama is not going to get the same attention, the same money flow, and as a result of that, I don't think any of its apps are going to do as well as Polkadot apps. So I think Moonbeam is going to do way better from its price. Now, Moonriver was once upon a time $500. Now, I don't think it's going to get up to $500 necessarily, because that would make it a 200x, but I do think that Moonriver is going to get some money flow as a result of Polkadot, as a result of Moonbeam, and I think that Moonriver could be a 50x. MetaVPad is a launchpad for metaverse low caps or startups. This is only 828,000 in market cap, and this has already this year done a 20x. It went from 002 all the way up to 048, so actually a 30x it nearly did. And MetaVPad, I think if metaverse and gaming cryptocurrencies are going to be launching in the next bull market, which they will, a lot of them are going to come on MetaVPad to launch, and I believe as a result, this is going to make MetaVPad, once again, it's 30x in a bear market. So I think this could actually 100x in the next bull market. Ordinals are Bitcoin NFTs. In the last bull market, Ethereum NFTs absolutely rocketed. People became instant millionaires buying Bored Apes, CryptoPunks. Now in the next bull market, Ordinals is a way of putting inscriptions on the Bitcoin blockchain, thus creating NFTs. As a result of that, Ordinals could actually be receiving a huge pump. Now, Ordinals, in my opinion, is the only cryptocurrency that gives you probably the most optimal exposure to Bitcoin NFTs in the next bull market. From its current price, it could be a 20 to 50x. If Ordinals really takes off, it could be 100x. All-time high is $29, which is a 10x, and that was in a bear market. So I think it's safe to assume that an extra 5x in a bull market, when there's actual transactions, actual utility, I think is a reasonable rationale. Aleph0 is a fast transaction layer 1 that utilizes DAG and ZK rollups. So basically utilizes two trending technologies. DAGs are very, very quick. Casper is an example of a DAG, Hashgraph, Phantom, just so much faster. And that means that the transaction fee is ridiculously low. For Aleph0, it's 30 thousandths of a cent for a transaction, compared to Ethereum, where it's like $3 to $5. So like I said, it kind of hits a lot of the trends, but in my opinion, its metrics just do not stack up. It's got a market cap of 192 million, but a volume of 717,000. One of the worst market cap to volume ratios I've seen, so it's not relevant. People don't look like they like it. Now this has gone up to $3 as an all-time high, which is essentially what, 3.5, 4x from where it currently is. To me, from its current market cap, I just think it's too overvalued. So to me, I'm going to put Aleph0 in 20x. Big Time is a potential behemoth, but it's only recently come out. It's currently benefiting from recency bias, which means it's got insane volume. The 38th highest amount of volume amongst all 50,000 cryptocurrencies. So that to me is saying something. A, that it's just come out recently, so it's still got the buzz, but that this is highly promising. Now the market cap, in my opinion, is very misleading because there's only 3% out of Big Time presently. Now Big Time, just like Gala, just like Magic, is a games development company. Started out by the ex-CEO of Decentraland and a developer that is ex-EA, ex-Zynga, that has got mountains of experience with successful games. So having looked at Big Time initially, I think the quality of it looks supreme. So I think this could be a mega hit, But its current price, which is essentially, in my opinion, more this than it is this, I think that currently, unless it goes down 20x, I think this is more a 10x to a 20x maximum. Ocean Protocol is a data and AI play. I do think this is a decent investment in the world of big data. If you look at the big data firms, this is essentially the crypto version. It's got AI, but it's mainly data. So I do think that it has got at least a 20x. It could go to 50x, but I think it has to drop a bit more to be 50x. So I'm going to put it at 20x. I do think this is going to outperform its previous peak, but not by much. Pulse Chain, one of the most unique cryptocurrencies in terms of its tokenomics. Pulse Chain was brought out by Richard Hart. Richard Hart created Hex. Hex was one of the biggest multipliers of the last bull market. Essentially a green Ethereum. It was brought out so that people could transact with Hex without paying the massive gas fees to get involved in DeFi. So it's a layer 1 used to facilitate Hex. Richard Hart knows how to market. He's got lots of connections by which he can market through. And as a result of that, it all depends on Richard Hart's fate, is where Pulse Chain goes. Now, where it gets complicated for Pulse Chain is that this is a 6 billion market cap already. 6 billion actually puts it ahead of Polygon. And it's only just come out. Where Pulse Chain tokenomics get interesting is that they actually burn supply with transactions done on Pulse Chain. So this is a deflationary cryptocurrency. So essentially the price should go up because it's deflationary rather than because it's a low market cap. So it's one of the oddest trajectories for a cryptocurrency to go. To be honest, I actually think this is the first one to trial this out. Pulse Chain has got the potential to 50x actually, if Richard Hart should get out of the SEC spotlight favourably. If he gets out of it because he's lost, then I think Pulse Chain will essentially not make much of a multiplier. Sandbox is essentially Minecraft. You create these mini worlds and you can customize it however you want. You've got these characters, etc. So the Sandbox has done a 3x this year. It went from 38 cents to 90 cents. So it's just under a 3x. And that shows you that when there's some money flow coming in, the Sandbox does actually perform quite well. Now, I think the Sandbox needs to drop around about half for it to have really decent multiplier potential. Right now, I'd say more 20x, just like Decentraland, but it has got potential to 50x, but its tokenomics actually stand in the way. Whereas for Decentraland, this is deflationary because all of its supply is out. Myria is a quite promising gaming stroke layer 2 play. So essentially, it's a gaming ecosystem. They're creating games just like Gala, just like Magic, but they are running on a layer 2 based on Starknet. So Starknet is a ZK rollup based cryptocurrency that is looking to be amongst the best technologies when it gets released. And Myria is already a partner and is already kind of running on their own bespoke layer 2 that they've created to make Myria run faster. Now, Myria is kind of on par with its market cap. They're both in the 660s. So I would say that Myria, considering that Gala is like, what, 300 million market cap, I think Myria could do well as a degen play. So I think that Myria has actually got 50x potential. Sunday Swap. This has the potential to go either to hero or zero. Okay, so Sunday Swap is a decentralized exchange that runs on Cardano and is essentially the poster boy for Cardano DeFi. This enables you to do swaps decentralized, to do yield farming and staking decentralized. Now, Cardano has not had a narrative since the summer of 2021. Sunday Swap, as a result, suffers twice. It suffers because there's no DeFi narrative and there's no Cardano narrative. As a result of that, it has essentially bled down 200x. So this was $1.20. Now, Sunday Swap is involved in a legal trial with Cardstarter because they didn't offer the tokens that they were supposed to be offering as part of their public sale. So that is what keeps Sunday Swap kind of going down, alienated their entire community at the beginning. But if we look at the price, based on the estimated circulating supply of Sunday Swap was 270 million. This is actually less than $1 million market cap. Based on its total supply, which is 2 billion, then this is only a $12 million cryptocurrency. So whichever way you look at it, it's insanely low price. Now, should DeFi and Cardano come back, which I believe is going to happen in the next market, this one could fly. It's got the most amount of hodlers of any exchange in Cardano. Sunday swap could do 100x, it could do 1000x, or it could literally do nothing. It's literally one of those supremely high-risk cryptocurrencies that could be insanely rewarding at the end. I am going to put Sunday swap as a 100x here, but actually it could go into the 1000x category. Quant, I absolutely do not get the buzz about this. I covered Quant once upon a time when it was $9, and I said to people, get into this if this goes down to $4, which it did. And from that $4, it went to $400 and made a 100x. So it did supremely well if you were watching me back in 2019. But now there's so many people that absolutely love Quant. Now, Quant is a multi-chain protocol. That means that you can create multi-chain apps on Quant using this technology called Overledger. Quant is not a blockchain project. So I don't really understand why people love this so much. I think it's very overvalued. So to me, I think that Quant will probably do a 10x in the next bull market. AIPad is a launchpad for AI projects, i.e. ones that create new technology. Let's say AI generated images, AI chatbots, deepfakes, AI and data, anything can launch on AIPad. That means people need AIPad to get involved in these ultra-low market cap cryptocurrencies. AIPad, just like MetaVPad, is a Bluezilla created launchpad. Bluezilla do insane multipliers. We have a look at my best performing multipliers: MetaVPad, Valhalla, AstroSwap, PulsePad, TronPad, AdaPad, KCCPad, GameZone were all Bluezilla based launches or launch pads. So they're fantastic multipliers. And if you want the best AI multipliers, you need to have AIPad tokens. So as a result of that, I think that AIPad has got a trajectory that could actually take it to 1000x if it goes down much lower. I think from where it is right now, I actually think it is a 100xer. Why I don't put AIPad in 1000x territory is simply because of its fully diluted market cap. So while it's 315, it's fully diluted at 16 million. So for an AI play, I think it's very, very strong. It's high risk and highly speculative, but I do think this can do a 100x. And that is it for today's video because I've run out of time. There's so many projects I still need to cover. And if you have any more suggestions that I can make for a part 3 of this video, let me know in the comments, because I have taken a lot of your comments into consideration, hence why I've added way more and why I haven't been able to cover it in the second part of this video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with, what do you think they're going to achieve, and what am I not respecting that's not within what I'm ranking that I should add to this list. If you want to know what cryptocurrencies I am DCAing into during this bear market, including the ones I talk about in this video, then make sure that you join my DCA Telegram group, which you can access if you get this course for $9.99 and you go to the final lecture, you go to the buy announcements Telegram group, you click in the link and you join and you see what I'm buying and you see my analysis. The link is in the description. Till next time, people, it is lights out, all out.